Shalom, call all y'all about Shion Shah. In this video, I want to go in and talk about the UFOs, which the government also call the UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, but they actually are identified. I'm going to go into the scripture real quick, and I'm going to let this video play. This guy, he always brings some stuff up. I was just doing a response video because I noticed at the end, he was like, if somebody got answers to this, could they respond to it? Well, there's certain men that do have answers to this. Going to this scripture real quick. Behold, a flying roll. This is in the book of Zechariah, chapter 5. I'm sorry, the first one. It says, Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What seest thou? Because he was speaking with the angel. And I says, And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. And then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it. And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off, as on that side according to it. And Esau been stealing all this fucking time. They judgment time is closer than a lot of people realize. And they swear all the time. Which swearing ain't got nothing to do with speaking in rough speeches. And you say, oh fuck, and stop swearing. That ain't got nothing to do with that. Swearing is when you pledge or make a statement saying that I say this by the name of God, and put my hand on the Bible, and they be doing that in the courtrooms and have people sitting in the courtrooms swearing. That's what it's talking about. They've been doing all the swearing, but be lying though. So they're gonna get their judgment for that. Now it says in verse 4, I will bring it forth, said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. She had these damn devils talk about America's a God-fearing country. Really, this fucking Babylon, a place of confusion. That's why everybody's so bugged out and confused, except for certain people that can see what's really going on. It says, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it, the timber thereof, and the stones thereof. Now, read on some more. Let me see if this is exactly what I want to read. I ain't going to go into this one. I'm going to go into another one about the description. It's basically talking about Babylon, the woman in the basket, but I ain't going to go into that. I mainly want to talk about the chariots. Let me let this play some more.
Yo, it's people with disclosure. Right, guys, UFO sightings are absolutely rife at the moment. UFOs are being filmed in pretty much every city in every country around the world. And we're not talking about your average, out of focus, blurry lights in the sky. If you've been tracking UFOs yourself personally, you will know what I'm talking about. Some of these sightings are incredibly detailed. People are sending me sightings left, right, and center, and I appreciate the fact that you think of Disclosed Green when you see these.
And all you gotta do is look up. Hey, I seen a chariot on the way home today. I just happened to look up in the sky, see the moon was real full. You can see different little planets out and stuff like that. Of course, they were spraying chemtrails while it's dark time and stuff, but you can see the planes flying and spraying the sky. But I just so happened to look up in the right spot, and I seen a chariot sitting glowing, almost like this one he's about to show in this video. And I wasn't the only one to notice it either.
Is disclosure going to come in the next few years, as there is just no way to keep this hidden from the public? Well, I kind of hope not, or I won't have a channel to produce. But maybe that's what all the distractions in 2020 have been for so far. Maybe we've been locked down so the elites can test out their new toys, or could this be, as millions of people are saying, the fake alien invasion to roll out the new world order? Religion is on its last legs, and what best way to keep the populi in line with the threat of an otherworldly alien invasion?
Which, they brought that out. That's why they got the Space Force. But it is going to be an extra threat coming from space. and it's gonna be Yahweh Shah with the angels. Now, Esau, yeah, they can play them other games and use the Project Blue Beam and come up with some other little false thing, but if you've been paying attention and you actually read the scriptures, they tell you how the event's gonna unfold. When Yahweh Shah showed with the angels on a full scale. Better yet, let me get that scripture. I don't want to butcher it up. It's going to be simultaneously while the war going on, because they're going to stop and fight. They're going to stop from fighting each other and actually fight Yahweh Shah and the angels. Now, it's in the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 7. It says, and there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. And I'm gonna go into the book of 2nd Ezra too. I wasn't gonna pull that one up, but I'm gonna back that up with this. And it says in verse 8, it says, and prevail not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And we go into the book of 2nd Ezra. To basically break down what's gonna happen. Hold on 1 minute, let me find it. I gotta make sure I type in the right name in the right book, because they'll be throwing the books out. Alright, here we go. It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 6. It says, but I beheld, and lo, he graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. No, I ain't talking about no actual mountain. He just carved out a piece of Mount Everest and started flying around. That ain't what he's talking about. Now, back in verse 3, I'm going to read up a little bit. It says, and I beheld, and lo, that man was talking about Yahweh Shah. It said, wax strong with the thousands of heaven. He talking about the angels. Not no little green aliens and no grays and none of that. It says, when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that was seen under him. And whatsoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth fell from the field of fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a great multitude, or a multitude of men out of number, from the four winds of the heaven, to subdue the man that came out of the sea. And he ain't actually coming out of the water, it's talking about the space, because that's also called the sea also. It says, but I beheld, and lo, he graved himself a great mountain, and flew upon it. But I would have seen a region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet durst fight. Because they're going to be fighting each other, but when they see this, they're going to bug out, And they're going to be so scared, they ain't going to want to fight, but they still going to fight anyway. Verse 9 it says, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. Because, like the scripture also says, so he shall not meet thee as a man. You get that? They come as an angelic force. Now you know it say man right there, but we know exactly what it's really talking about. All right, here you go. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 47, verse 3. It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. When you read on some more, let me go all the way into this. In verse 4. It says, as for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. It says in verse 5, I'm going to read on down some more too. It says in verse 5, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called Lady of Kingdoms. I was rough with my people, I have polluted my inheritance. Which that's why you see how people in the conditions we in now, because people always question like, why we like this, why we go through this. Because Most High is pissed off with us. He made us to be the top people of the earth. But our people, they don't want to be the top. They rather have somebody ruling over them or being equal. That ain't the mentality that our ancestors, our forefathers had. No, it says, I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy upon the ancient, as thou verily laid thy yoke. And that's why you see a lot of older people, man, they be working till they way up in age, man. Body be all fucked up, then they retire. They're supposed to be collecting money. They can't enjoy that shit. And they've been slaving for Esau their whole fucking life. So by the time they get a chance to enjoy it, shit, they got to leave inheritance to their young ones. Now, verse 7 it says, and thou says, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Because this society, the way it was set up, Esau, this whole Babylonian system, this pit, they ain't really consider what they was doing, or they wouldn't even really do it. They would have came over here and looked around and hauled ass. They know these are the people of the Most High, because they was still in doubt when they came over here, because they was shedding so much blood. So it was like, oh, it can't be them, because why ain't nobody protecting them? Why they ain't coming up against us like it's been written, so to speak. And they had their way, like with Columbus, and they talk about him not being able to put his sword down. He was shedding so much blood, and you want to put his sword down. Let me see if I want to read on some more of this. Hold on real quick. No, I ain't gonna go all the way into this. This is basically breaking down the fall of Babylon. I'll bring this out in another lesson because I got another video I want to make, but I'll come back into this, Lord's willing. The main point I want to get into though is about these chariots and about how these ships look manifesting more and more throughout the earth. Then you go into the book of Ezekiel, and it gives a description of how they look also. And go into that in the first chapter. And let's play a little bit more.
And what better way to do this than with holographic technology and even the use of secret military tech? But I've been slacking again recently, and it's time to pull my finger out because I've got a folder of 29 UFO sightings that need to be shown on the channel. I was going to do a compilation of all the sightings in one video, but that's a long process. I'm pretty sure half of the audience won't stick around to view the sightings, so I'm going to grab a couple at random.
And that's another reason why we try to make these videos kind of short too, because most people, they got short attention span, man. You're not gonna sit around and watch all this stuff. Like, I'll be looking at the view time or view duration on some of these videos, on some real edifying videos. And I'm sure some of you elders and your other occupants, y'all see the same exact thing too. Because most people, they don't really have a long attention span for something that's good for your mind, something that actually benefits you in the long run. They have that short microwave attention span.
They showed them in individual videos starting with these 4 sightings. This first one comes from Orlando that shows an incredible display of lights hovering in the sky that gives off a triangular appearance from the angle that we can see this from. This is a Facebook video, so the quality isn't great, but it's enough. And it was uploaded by a Ghazi Masnoon on the 22nd of June with the heading, "I spotted this weird thing hovering over my neighborhood for about 20 minutes. It's not a drone. I looked very closely. It was like a triangular shaped object. I don't know why I saw, but surely it was something of some other dimension. It creeped me out. Can anyone explain this?"
Well, when I stayed down in Florida, I'm up in Ohio now, but when I stayed down in Florida, it was definitely a lot of sightings down there. A lot of people I'd be hanging with, certain stuff or whatever. I would always get to see this stuff. And people would look at me like, "Dang, you see that?" Because they couldn't believe it, but I knew what I was seeing. And I'm going to read in the book of Ezekiel. And we're going to how the ships look. That's in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 1, verse 4. It says, "And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire unfolding itself, and a brightness was about it. And out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber." And the reason why I want to read this is because look at this next clip.
Se perdió.
I'll come back to that one. There's a certain one that I've seen that had a certain type of light on it that looked like amber.
A UFO! Just move it in 2 to 3 seconds. I've got a folder of 29 UFO sightings.
Hovering.
Another strange captured by a Freddy Ramirez on June 20th in Bolivia. It looks like an atmospheric jellyfish, but I've never known one to be this low before. Can anyone make heads or tail of this?
No. We're going to this real quick. Now I come back to the book of Ezekiel. I want to say this in the book of Daniel, if I'm mistaken. We talk about the terrible crystal. This is in the book of Ezekiel too. This ain't the exact one I was looking for. See, we got a precept on the side of it. Alright, I'm gonna get this one now. I'll find the other one in a minute. This is in the book of Ezekiel chapter 1 verse 22. It says, "In the likeness of the firmament above the head of the living creatures was as the color of a terrible crystal stretched forth over their heads above." That's why they get the little dome, the little glass dome and all that stuff from. When you look at this, even though he said jellyfish, you ever seen a jellyfish up close in person? They almost look like how a crystal will look with that little, with that certain little clear looking hue. Almost like a pearly white, holographic type looking. Oh, like a crystal. You ever seen a crystal? The light hits in a certain way. Let me find something else real quick. It's the book of Daniel, chapter 7. It's a lot. I'm trying to get my camera right a little bit on here. It's a little blurry. Might be how I got the screen position too. It's the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 9. Anybody up? Yeah, I'm going to start at verse 9. No, this was when Daniel was having them different dreams and stuff. Now it says, "I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair on his head like the pure wool. His throne was like a fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire." He's talking about his wheels. You know how people talk. Hey man, you got some nice wheels, and you talking about your rims and stuff like that. That's another indication of the characteristics of who it's talking about. Now, verse 10 it says, a fiery stream issued that came forth from before him. Thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were opened. I'm trying to find the part where it's talking about how that crystal was over his head. See, it might be back in the book of Ezekiel if I'm mistaken. Hold on, give me a minute. Yeah, it's back in Ezekiel. Let me go to that. First, I'm reading the book of Revelation first. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 4, verse. Let's start at verse 5. It says, and out of the throne proceeded lightnings and thunderings and voices. And there were 7 lamps of fire burning before the throne, which are the 7 spirits of Yahweh. And before the throne there was a sea of glass like unto a crystal. And you look at this. That's exactly how this looks. And stuff like this is going to be manifesting more and more and more. As more of these prophecies pop up, more of this war
Same
pop
thing
up.
over my hometown last summer. It stayed stationary and I moved back and forth, back and forth. I didn't
More
have a battery
pestilence
on my phone at the time. I
sprang
think I
forth,
did mention it on
more
the channel a
plagues,
day or two after I witnessed it. If this isn't a
more
military
riots and
drone, then it is a
turmoil
legit
going on. You're going to see more and more chariots. Now this last clip, I'm just end this off with this. Let's talk about the speed of this.
I don't think even with today's technology we have the materials.
And this is slowed down. The book of Ezekiel mentioned how these vehicles move. These are spiritual vehicles. These not no, let me put some gas in them and drive around type vehicles. So the spirit move, these vehicles gonna move. Now, this is the book of Ezekiel chapter 1 verse 15. It says, Now as I beheld the living creatures, behold one wheel upon the earth by the living creatures with its 4 faces. The appearance of the wheels and their work was like unto the color of a beryl, and they 4 had one likeness in their appearance, and their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel. When they went upon their 4 sides, and they turned not when they went. As for their rings, they were so high that they were dreadful, and their rings were full of eyes round about them 4. And when the living creatures went, the wheels went by them. And when the living creatures were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up. Whatsoever the spirit was to go, they went. Thither was the spirit to go, and the wheels were lifted up over against them. But the spirit of the living creatures was in the wheels. So that's why when they record these vehicles moving like this, that's why they're moving like this.
That's inertia effect. Let alone
Go back to
the speed and right angle turn of this thing. I don't think even with today's technology we have the materials to withstand that inertia effect. Let alone if it was occupied by a human, the occupant would have been ripped out of his skin. If this video is what it reports to be, this is otherworldly technology, in my opinion.
And just online recently, I was on Twitter and they was posting National UFO Awareness Day. A lot of people, they wouldn't even talk about that stuff, man, but they're going to be talking about it. When they actually see it manifesting more and more, it ain't going to be no hiding no more. Now you just see it popping up here and there. Random people catch it in different cities. Might send videos to people like this guy right here. Now, I'm going to pull this last scripture. I ain't going to read them on Ezekiel. You can read the book of Ezekiel and it'll actually break down the first and the second chapter. Exactly NASA been out there recording. It's the exact same thing they've been out there recording with their telescopes, satellites, when they be on the ISS space station or whatever. Pull this last scripture and minutes off. Hey, Howard Shaw got abducted. That's on the book of Acts. Better yet, before I read this, I'm gonna get into the book of Acts and I'll end this off with that. It's in the book of Acts, chapter 1. Let's start at verse 9. Now it says, and when he had spoken these things while they beheld, he was taken up, which he was abducted, so to speak. That's what they always talking about. We got abducted by aliens. Man, that ain't what it's talking about. But so to speak, he was abducted. It says, and a cloud received him out of their sight. And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven as he went up, behold, 2 men stood by them in white apparel, which is talking about the angels, because they always wore linen, no different type of warlike apparel. It says, which also said, ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Yahushua, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye have seen them go into heaven. So our people, they seen them back then, the men that was around, so to speak, they seen them getting lifted up into a ship. Yeah, that's why I say every eye should see him. Because people, they gonna see this and they gonna bug out. People gonna have heart attacks, strokes. Now people trying to commit suicide because they gonna know how wicked they is, man. They gonna try to escape because they gonna feel it in their spirit. Like, hold on, this can't be good for me. Now, it's the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 7, it says, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him. They also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, among. And that's what's going to happen, man. Those are times we're approaching. In this lifetime, not no 50 years from now, not no 40 years from now, no 30 years from now. This stuff about to happen soon. And I just want to bring this up because I've seen this video and I want to make a response to it. So, Lord's willing, this was edifying. Call all y'all by Shin Yahushua. Don't get caught up in Esau's little deception. Because like I said, if they could, they would deceive the very elect. But they're not going to be able to. Because the elect watching, lining up the scriptures was happening. And before certain stuff pop off, that RFID chip got to be made mandatory. That stuff really going to start picking up in high gear. Shalom.